Beginnings to champions. Mookie Betts, Anthony Davis, and Matthew Stafford brought titles to Los Angeles in their first team seasons with LA, which honestly, Mookie Betts, Anthony Davis, and Matthew Stafford were all really good for their respective teams. But Mookie Betts already won World Series, so I don't think it really meant as much as it did for Matthew Stafford, where he really he was pretty much grinding out with Detroit for a long time and trying to help them win. And finally, Los Angeles made a trade, and the first year he comes, he wins the championship. Hopefully next year they can repeat. Anthony Davis, who's on one of the worst NBA teams, the Pelicans, who is pretty much still bad today. So honestly, they were on way worse teams than Mookie Betts was. Mookie Betts was on the Red Sox that won only World Series a couple years ago and were in the playoffs last year. So I don't think it's really the same correlation, but still, he won his championship in the first year, which still correlates with the both of them. Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw, honestly, they were growing up in Dallas together, played on the same team. Now they're both champions, Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw. And both before that really were known for not really having championships and still being good in their respective fields as a quarterback and a pitcher. So honestly, it's amazing to see both of them get a championship. Cooper Kupp joins Emmitt Smith, Terrell Davis as the only players in NFL history to record 2,000 yards from scrimmage and 20 touchdowns in a season, including playoffs during which they also won the Super Bowl. Smith did this in 92 and 95, and Davis did in 97 and 98. Honestly, this is very impressive, and he's in elite Hall of Fame company. Terrell Davis, if he wouldn't have probably got injured, he probably would have made it first ballot. And Emmitt Smith, honestly, one of the best running backs of all time. I would say he's top 5, but I still put Barry Sanders ahead of Emmitt Smith. A lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, a lot of people complaining that a lot of the halftime shows are majority black. The performers, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem, which honestly I don't know why they would be mad about that. 60 to 70% of the NFL is black. Of course they're going to have majority black performers. And they should have been doing this a lot more recently. The NBA has been doing stuff like this for a long time, having rappers perform at their halftime shows for the All-Star and stuff like that. So it only makes sense to do this. And honestly, I thought it was a good decision by the NFL in general. And really shows how much they're stepping forward. But the main thing is, I honestly thought this was one of the best that they've had in a while since I've been alive. I would say it's a 9.7 out of 10. Honestly, great sets, choreography, stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of good music to listen to. Comment down below your opinion on this. And what's Justin Jefferson, if LSU is wide receiver U. It's hard to say we're not wide receiver U, which just honestly makes a lot of sense. You have Odell Beckham Jr., Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Jarvis Landry. Those are probably the best wide receivers. At least they've been top 10. All of them have really been the top 10 of the NFL at different times. So honestly, I would say it's a wide receiver U.